Since joining the AUDL 6 years ago, the Madison Radicals have made it to the Final Four each year and the championship game 3 different times, but they've never managed to win it all. Today, the Radicals hoping to pop the champagne like they won the championship game, taking on the Dallas Roughnecks at Breese Stevens Field. That was a Birdman featuring Lil Wayne lyric. In the third quarter, Radicals lead 10-9, and Logan Pruitt with the ups for the goal. Radicals lead 11-9 now. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, Radicals lead 15-12. Check this out. It's Scott Richgels to Pat Shreewise to Richgels to Shreewise for the goal. Radicals lead by 4. We've seen the short passes. How about the long disc? Check out Ben Nelson with the long pass to Avery Johnson, jumping up with a man on him for the goal a little bit later. The Radicals making it look too easy, finding a wide open Colin Camp. The Radicals win this one 20-16 and are your new AUDL champs. Over to the Brewers, taking on the Braves in a rubber match game. Bottom of the second inning, runners on second and third. Brewers trail 2-0, and Chase Anderson is going to help himself out with a 2 RBI single, and we are all tied up at 2 apiece. In the fourth inning, Brewers trail 4-2 now. Runners on the corners, and Jesus Aguilar. Honestly, it looked like he just kind of flicked his bat out there, but the guy has enough power for it to leave the ballpark. A 3-run dinger for him, and the Brewers lead 5-4. In the seventh inning, game is tied, but Ozzy Albies takes Dan Jennings deep. Brewers lose this one 8-7. Chase Anderson started the game, went 4 innings, giving up 4 runs. 3 different Brewers relievers gave up the other runs today. Milwaukee begins a pivotal series against the Cubs, who just had a walk-off grand slam, starting tomorrow at 1:20. Over to golf, the PGA Championship. This is a guy that is not messing around. Shades on, Sunday red, let's go. On the third hole tee at -9. My goodness, Tiger is back. An absolutely beautiful shot. He will end up birdieing this hole. And then on the 11th, the putt game was strong, but this one in particular needed to be just a little bit stronger. The ball stops just at the edge of the cup, and that is rough. To finish on 18, I mean, come on. Tiger finished at -14 for a solo second place finish. It's his best ever score at a major in a losing effort. Despite the Tiger roar, this guy was solid all week long. Brooks Koepka started the day 2 shots in front of everyone and stayed strong. There he was birdieing the 9th. And then at -15 on 16, it's a laser shot from Koepka, and it is perfect. He birdies that hole, and then on 18, he is going to tap in for par. And Brooks Koepka is your PGA Championship winner. It's his 4th career PGA Tour victory and 3rd major victory. Now, good news for the Packers. Aaron Jones, Jimmy Graham, David Bakhtiari, Mike Daniels, Muhammad Wilkerson, Jair Alexander, and Kevin King were all back at Packers practice today. Yes, that is a long list. King is dealing with a shoulder injury. It's not related to the injury that he had last year that led him to being placed on injured reserve and then later on requiring surgery. He says he'll be ready for week 1 against the Bears no matter what, but he still sees the preseason as a time for valuable reps.
I guess so what you're saying, like, do I feel like I need to play in preseason? Yes. If I didn't, would I still be ready week 1? Yes. But so, I mean, every time the Packers go out there to play, I want to be suited up and out there playing, what I'm saying, regardless of, I ain't been here long enough, to not play in the preseason like that, so, whenever they're out there, I want to be out there.
That's going to do it for sports. NBC 15 News at 10. We'll be right back after this. The Brewers were looking to put yesterday's 10-1 loss against the Braves behind them today for Game 2 of a 3-game series. Former Braves right fielder Jeff Francoeur was there taking some BP today. Bottom of the 7th inning, Brewers trail 2-1. Runner on second, Ender Inciarte slaps one to left, but Ryan Braun with a stellar diving catch. Later in the bottom of the 8th, same score, runners on first and second. Moves! Mike Moustakas slaps this one to left. 2-run score, and the Brewers take a 4-2 lead. Josh Hader is going to come in the 8th inning and throw 2 scoreless innings, striking out 3. Brewers win this one 4-2. They finish the series with Atlanta tomorrow at 12:35. Over to the Cubs hosting the Nationals. This is going to be a super rough outing for John Lester. Nats lead 6-1. Lester has already given up 2 home runs. Why not make it 3? Ryan Zimmerman with a 3-run dinger. Nationals win 9-4. Lester 3.2 innings. or 3 2/3 innings, 9 runs, 8 earned. Cubs host the Nationals tomorrow at 7:08. Now, is the 6th time the charm? The Madison Radicals were hoping it would be as they played the Los Angeles Aviators in the AUDL semifinals. Winner of this one plays the Dallas Roughnecks in the championship game tomorrow. And let me tell you, the Radicals were not messing around. Check out the INT by Kevin Pettit-Scantling. Then off of the interception, Logan Pruitt finds him in the end zone for the point. Radicals take a 2-0 lead a little bit later on in the first. The Aviators are going to let this one hang a little too long. Peter Gaffey swoops in for the Radicals, and then it's going to be Gaffey with the overhand throw to Andrew Meshnick. And the Radicals take a 3-0 lead a little bit later on. Madison charging down the field once again, and Pettit-Scantling is going to find Chase Marty in the end zone. And then check out the deep pass and the leap. Kevin Brown hooking up with Ben Nelson in the end zone. Radicals win this one 24-19. They play the Roughnecks tomorrow at noon. Now, with Natrell Jamerson, Joe Ferguson gone, obviously some holes need to be filled in the Badgers secondary to line up alongside Dakota Dixon. Redshirt freshman Scott Nelson, who had an interception on a pass by Alex Hornibrook today when cameras were obviously not allowed to shoot, has been impressive so far in fall camp.
Scott wants to be really good and works at it, and you know, I thought he had a really good spring, and yet continues to work, learn, practicing it. So, you know, I think he's, if any guy approaches it that way, you're going to continue to progress and get better, and I think he's doing that. Even when we were recruiting him, you know, he was a guy that you say, okay, he could be good on offense, he could be good on defense, and I think he does have a good awareness of, even just as a person, kind of life around him, and I think it applies in football as well.
That's going to do it for sports. NBC 15 News at 10. We'll be right back after this.
In sports.
Some bad news for the Brewers, already dealing with a depleted bullpen. They've placed Joakim Soria on the 10-day disabled list with a groin strain. The Brewers on the road against Atlanta for a 3-game series with the bullpen that's hurting. This is not the way you want to start out. From Freddie Peralta, bottom of the first, runner on second, and Nick Markakis is going to line one to the left center gap. A run scores, and the Braves take a 1-0 lead. They'll tack on 2 more runs that inning. In the third, runners on second and third, Ender Inciarte is going to hit a line drive to right field, 2-run score, and the Braves lead 5-0 now. The only bright spot for the crew is a Jesus Aguilar RBI single, scoring Mike Moustakas in the 6th inning. Brewers lose this one 10-1. They're back at it tomorrow at 6:10. Over to the Cubs hosting the Nationals this afternoon. Bottom of the 6th, Chicago trails 2-0. Bases are juiced, and Jason Hayward is going to rip one to right. Anthony Rizzo and Javi Baez both score, and we are tied at 2 in the 7th inning. Same score, bases are loaded once again for the Cubs, and oh, the drama. Anthony Rizzo takes ball 4, his 3rd walk of the game. Kyle Schwarber scores, and the Cubs win this one 3-2. Now, 2 of the Packers' 3 rookie receivers took Aaron Rodgers' criticism Tuesday and ran with it. Equanimeous St. Brown had 4 catches for 61 yards, but it was 5th-round pick Marquez Valdes-Scantling that really shined. 5 grabs for 101 yards and that touchdown. Rodgers wants effort and consistency from the rookies. Message received.
Those are the plays that you got to make all the time in practice. They don't change. Football is football. Those are some of the same plays that I made in practice this week. You know, so you just repeat it, and be consistent, and be confident in your ability.
Now, the Monona Pee Wee football team will be celebrating their 50th anniversary tomorrow night at Ahushka Park in Monona. They'll be honoring Maury Hawkreed, who founded the program. For 50 years, kids have only had to pay $5 to play. That includes the equipment. Each year, there's a new program given out with 22 sponsorship spots. Each sponsor pays $100 to support the league, but a lot of the fundraising comes from the kids.
The kids go out each year with a packet of 3x5 cards that say, thank you for supporting Monona Pee Wee football. And each year that lasts about 10 days, and they are cash donations. We don't sell Tootsie Rolls or pizzas or anything like that. And thanks to the boys and girls who played Pee Wee football, they've done a tremendous job, knowing that that also helps the 7th and 8th grade program, which those kids will be going to in later years.
The event tomorrow starts at 5 o'clock. This will also be the final season for the Monona Pee Wee football program. Kids will switch over to the Alliant League next year. That's going to do it for sports. NBC 15 News at 10. We'll be right back after this.